Naimbag Rabii. Welcome sa ating unang salubong po para sa official start of the local campaign season. And we wanted to get together and discuss yung mga current issues po and lay out yung mga plano po namin for the next term ahead. Of course, it's been a very challenging term in the past almost 3 years. But we look forward to more stable and more beneficial times for us all. So we are looking forward to rebuilding ang ating probinsya at ang ating ekonomiya in a strategic and people-centered manner. So thank you for joining us and good evening to you all.
Thank you very much, sir. May we also listen to the opening statement of si Vice Governor muna.
Naimbag nga rabii kada kayo amin apo and maragsakanak ang makita ken makadwa kayo amin ditoy. So I'm really happy to see all of you, and this is going to be exciting times ahead. It will be truly an adventure for all of us. But I know because of what's going to be coming up, I know that the province of Ilocos Norte will truly be blessed with the upcoming events. Thank you.
Naimbag nga rabii tayo amin na po at dumating na po ang panahon or oras na pinaghihintay nating lahat at yan po ay ang local campaign season. So pinag-isipan natin dito sa Team Marcos na habang nandito tayo at nagsimula, pag-usapan natin kung ano yung mga iba't ibang issues na hinaharap ng ating mga kakailian ngayon at ano ang mga solusyon na kailangan nating gawin, ano ang mga solusyon na gusto naming bigyan or gusto naming gawin kapag kami ay nahalal or bigyan ng pagkakataon para agserbi dahito yung probinsya ti Ilocos Norte.
Thank you. Naimbaga rabi tayo amin na po. Yamanak at yamanik launay dito kinadayo ta and ken dito gundaway mat nga naikan naited kada kami ket amoyo Shak Summit iti kalakayan dito kas may isang kabataan barangay chairman and kastoy sa dating kabataan barangay chairman, Mayor ti San Nicolas, Hilis San Nicolas, Provincial Board Member, Vice Governor, tatakita diputado, ay maibagaklan dito po, WINSAM, W-I-N-S-A-M. Whole of Ilocos Norte approach with Sandro, Angelo, and Matthew. DJ lang nga po.
Naimbag rabi tayo amin po. Kastamet, kidigiti inguten tayong mangidaulo. Ken mangidaldaulon iti muna nga distrito ken second district including our governor, Ma'am Cecile, Sir Toto, Sir Sandro, and Sir Barba. Ket dito man nga kayat kong idanon manipod kadigiti from our group of farmers ti Ilocos Norte. Dito yung tatanungin ko po kay sa beloved gobernador natin, Sir Matthew. Sa kabila ng tulong ti gobyerno, kadigiti magsasaka ti Ilocos Norte, kata may regrigatan, nahirapan yung mga farmers natin dahil sa mababang presyo ng mga produkto, lalo itatang mataas ang presyo ng gasolina and abono. Sir, ano ang gagawin ninyo para masolusyonan at madagdagan ang tulong ng mga magsasaka ng Ilocos Norte? Thank you, sir.
Salamat po sa tanong. Good evening po. Well, unang-una, we want to, yung overarching goal no, is yung pag-shift po natin sa mga HVC. Kasi nakikita po natin, dahil po sa rice tariffication law, mukhang hindi na po tataas no, ang presyo ng palay. Kaya, siyempre, may mga solusyon sa pagbigay ng mga inputs, no, mga equipment and machinery. But yung larger at primary goal is shifting to itong mga high-value crops na nakita po natin mas malaki ang kita. No? And the provincial government is now playing a more active role in helping market our crops. So paminsan, ang mga manlalon po natin ay, let's just say, medyo na-stuck. No? Baka may utang, baka maliit ang ani. No? Medyo maliit ang yield po nila, so it's harder to sell. No? Medyo naiipit po sila. So what we're trying to do now and what we've been doing recently is aggregating the crops and selling in bulk. Para may leverage naman tayo ng konti. May negotiating point, no? Because we're selling in bulk now. But of course, there are still other problems, no? Kagaya ng irrigation, no? And soil fertility, which we really see as opportunities, no? And problems that we need to solve. We've been very active in terms of irrigation dun po sa sweep and sa SFR, no? Small water impounding projects and yung mga small farm reservoirs to address especially yung mga rural irrigation. Of course, we're hopeful na ang Inisaip project ng NIA will hopefully come to fruition. This will be a huge blessing, no, for our rural farmers and many. I think it covers the majority, if I'm not mistaken, 13 out of our 23 towns. Ito pong project ng NIA. Besides that, we want to activate yung mga young farmers po natin. Diba? We initiated our agricultural scholarship. And we're working closely with the 4-H group to move towards yung mga agribusiness. No? Kasi yun din ang nakikita ko na kulang natin. More often than not, we are stuck dun po sa production phase. So, medyo sayang po sa value chain. We want to move towards product processing, agribusiness, para mas malaki po ang kita.
Good evening to all the panelists. This question is for Governor Matthew Marcos Manotoc. May kasabihan po tayo na health is wealth. Ano ang mga dapat pang gawin para mas mapabuti ang pagtugon sa mga problema natin sa public health?
Thank you po sa tanong. Good evening. Well, as many of you may know, we've invested heavily po sa mga hospital natin. No? We have 6 medical facilities. Primarily siguro alam po ninyo yung Grasma, no, dito po sa Lawag, and Dingras sa District 2, and also Bangi being our primary northern medical facility. We've invested dozens of millions, no, sa mga hospital po natin to finally upgrade our facilities, and we've also added many staff, no, mga medical staff at trained professionals po doon. So, of course, on the diagnostic side, we're addressing our hospitals. We want to also tap into telemedicine, no? Na feeling ang my belief is that it can solve many of our problems, no? Early on sa medical process, if we have telemedicine, we can consult doctors and not have to travel. So, of course, connectivity is still an issue. Yung reception po natin, which is something we're trying to also rectify, no? Yung signal po natin, medyo mahina sa madaming lugar. But we want to work with, we have been working with our networks, no? Yung mga telecommunications groups po natin to further strengthen the connectivity. And of course, I think the coordination of our medical facilities and the coordination of our medical professionals, even the provincial health office and the city and municipal health offices, is key. And also helping equip ito pong mga city and municipal health offices and the RHUs, no? Down to the grassroots level. And then, siguro, nakikita po ninyo that I'm a firm believer in exercise and diet. No? Kaya we, early on, we established parks in each town. Kasi yun naman po sa preventive side, di ba? Because when we speak of healthcare, there's preventive and there's diagnostic. So dun pa lang sa preventive, we want to get more Ilocanos active, no, and eating healthier. Para naman, we won't have to deal too much, no, with the diagnostic side. So preventive muna tayo. And of course, later this year, the Marcos Stadium will be open once again to the public, a brand new sports facility for all of us to enjoy, no? Na kasama po doon sa preventive. So, ayun po, it's a holistic approach, of course, in partnership with the DOH, and we thank them for all their support. And we know that we've made great strides, no, sa medical care po natin dito po sa Ilocos Norte. And talagang na-test po tayo sa COVID. But we still look forward and we're still investing heavily in our people, good nutrition, and our medical facilities.
Good evening, sir, ma'am. This question is for Sir Sandro, ma'am. How will you address the low price of palay and agricultural products because they say always that the middleman's control?
Wena po, isungarod tama yung sinabi mo na napakababa na po ang presyo ng palay at napakahirap po kumita ang ating mga magsasaka. Hindi lang para sa palay, kundi sa mga iba't ibang agricultural products. Ang solusyon ko dyan, and actually itinulak ko na gumawa ng centralized government trading center na ilinagay na parang drop site ang tawag dyan, na sa ating mga magsasaka na ihatid yung mga na itanim nila, yung mga palay na i-harvest nila, at ang government mismo ang magbebenta at sila ang makakuha ng profit, essentially. So that is going to be a centralized government trade area na walang middleman. So ibig sabihin, mas malaki na ang kita ng ating mga magsasaka. So hopefully, kung ako pa ay bigyan ng pagkakataon para agserbi, yan ay isa sa aking itutulak na mga main proyekto. At pwede naman natin yung gawin na napakabilis. Napakabilis ang implementation noon. Low-hanging fruit pa naman yan. So hopefully, we can do that within the first month. And basta't may sistema tayo na itinayo na at nandun, makikita naman talaga natin na mas malaki ang kita ng ating mga magsasaka. At nahihirapan talaga sila ngayon. Hindi lang bumaba ang presyo ng palay, tumataas ang presyo ng fertilizer. So, naiipit talaga sila. So, dapat maghanap tayo ng mga iba't ibang paraan para tulungan sila. At ito po ang aking solusyon.
Ang question ko po ay kay Sir Sandro po. Okay po.
Hello. Nagan mo, ma'am?
Christy Baptista po from Covista, Cuyaki. Dahil dito po akong binigyan ng maliit na negosyo galing po sa Nego Card po. Sir, yung tanong ko po is, Sir, di ba nakapag-aral po kayo ng kursong konektado po sa ekonomiya? Ano po yung mga solusyon or yung mga programa na gagawin po natin para makaahon po tayo sa pagkakalugmok natin dulot po ng COVID-19, lalong-lalo na po dito sa probinsya po natin?
Okay. Ang aking solusyon diyan, ikaw ay ano pa yung negosyo mo? Sorry.
Covista, Cuyaki po, sir. Bale,
Yan ba yung nasa bypass?
hindi po.
Hindi.
Sa San Nicolas po, sir.
Okay. Okay. Well, isa sa akin, yung importante lang para sa akin ay kailangan natin pag-isipan at kailangan natin tignan. Alam naman natin na dahil sa pandemya ay medyo nahihirapan tayo ngayon. Pero dapat ang target natin para sa akin at ito po ang importante na hindi lang natin ibalik ang ating probinsya kung saan tayo galing bago dumating ang pandemya. Kailangan kahit nandito ang pandemya, patibayin na natin ang ekonomiya. Ipagandahin na natin ang teknolohiya. Ito po ay kahit nahihirapan tayo ay naging isang opportunity. Dahil kumbaga, na-reset na lahat. So pwede nating gawin ang mga iba't ibang solusyon habang hindi pa nag-kickstart ang ekonomiya para pagdating ng panahon na wala ng COVID, mataas na ang pag-unlad natin at mabilis ang pag-unlad natin. To answer your question, isa sa mga pinakamalaking problema ay tinamaan ng COVID ang MSME. Ang MSME po ay 99.5% ng ekonomiya. So mga maliliit na negosyo, katulad sa inyo, ang pinakamalaking naapektuhan. So the only solution to that is to stimulate the economy. The only way to do that is through injections of subsidies, tax grants, at lalo na ibalik ang mga trabaho na nawala sa pandemya. Isa sa aking mga solusyon dyan sa secondary industry ay yung farm kabuhayan na sinimula ko. At yan po, sa ngayon, nagsimula kami, 26 ang binigay namin na trabaho nung nag-graduate sila, nasa 320 na tayo. At ang ginawa po namin ay, and 2 weeks pa lang ito na itinatakbo. Pero ang ginawa namin ay dumiretso na kami sa mga negosyante. At tinanong namin, alam namin na kahit may COVID, baka may kailangan kayong bagong trabaho. So, binibigay kami ng requirements. Kailangan namin ng 10 welder. Kailangan namin ng 8 welder. So, karamihan na nakita natin na nangangailangan ng tao ay mga welders. So, ang ginawa natin, nagtayo kami ng isang 10-day training program kung paano gawin ang welding, kung paano, natuto yung mga tao kung paano ipasok ang sarili nila sa welding industry. Pero pagkatapos ng 10 araw na training, meron na silang guaranteed na hanap buhay. So yan ang yan ay isa sa magandang solusyon at nais ko kopyahin hindi lang sa welding industry, pwede naman yan gawin sa agrikultura, pwede yan gawin sa tourism, pwede yan gawin sa kahit anumang sa iba't ibang industriya ng ating probinsya. And hopefully, like I said, 2 weeks na itinatakbo namin, 320 na naibigay. I think by the end of this month, hopefully makakarating na tayo sa 500. So tuloy-tuloy po ang aming pagtutulong and then hopefully pag mahalala ko or bigyan ako ng pagkakataon, pwede natin yan gawin sa mga marami pang industriya, sa IT, tourism, agriculture, iba't iba. So hopefully po, that answers your question. Job creation talaga ang pinaka-importante, lalo na ngayon.
This question is for Sir Sandro. The academe is now gradually returning to a face-to-face setup. What kind of assistance will be provided to students?
That's a good question. First of all, para sa mga hindi pa nag-face-to-face or transitioning out, I'm pretty sure, from my understanding, may mga iba't ibang requirements, di ba? Para bago ka makapasok. Sa likod ko, makikita mo, kakabukas lang namin yung sandbox. Ito po ay isa sa aking mga proyekto na nagbibigay po ng libreng wifi, libreng computer at libreng tablet para sa kahit sino mang gustong gumamit. Yan po ay para sa ating mga kabataan rin na hindi kasama sa face-in ng face-to-face classes. But I think ang pinaka-importante, lalo na para sa bago nating estudyante na I guess sa grade school, sa mga ganong level na nagsimula sila, wala pang face-to-face. Hindi sila sanay, hindi nila alam kung paano ang pagtakbo ng classes. So I think just the most simple and the best thing to do and the quickest thing to do would be to have refresher courses, to have anong tawag dyan, to have coordination classes, just to remind our students, ipaalala natin sa kanila kung paano ang sistema ng educational system natin bago dumating ang pandemya. And I think that's the most important thing to do. And of course, I think another facet or isa sa mga kailangan nating gawin is the regular testing of our students. Kapag pumasok sila sa classroom, kapag nandun na sila, lalo ng ating mga guro, dapat safe space to study yun. So normalized and regularized antigen testing, I think, is also a big feature that people tend to overlook. So it's one of the focuses that I think we should have.
Good evening, Good evening, sir. For Gov question, so 5 years na akong SPES beneficiary. So may balak po ba ang PGIN na dagdagan ang beneficiaries ng SPES and or scholarship program?
Thank you. Sa tanong, good evening. 5 years ka na, SPES? Pwede pala yan,
Yes, po.
Suki ng SPES. But, yeah, unang-una, ito pong SPES natin, no? I'd like to credit, of course, Senator Amy for starting this program. This is, of course, targeted to students, no? But at the same time, also sa mga seniors natin, no? So it gives an opportunity for the students, especially para makipag test out, no? Kung ano bang hilig nila. Many of them go to government offices, to NGAs, to be tour guides, no? And sa seniors din natin, it's a good sideline for them, no? To stay busy, to share the knowledge and experience that they have. But yeah, let's look towards how wide, no, itong SPES can become, but strategically, of course, and to make sure that those who are OJTing, no, sa mga opisina ay talagang productive, no? Hindi naman yung gumagawa lang ng kape, no, or baka magiging burden pa. So we want to make sure they're in a position that they enjoy, that they're interested in, that they can really learn. Para productive po sa kanila. And with regard to our scholarship, as Nanay Ses mentioned earlier, we've added several scholarships already. In fact, I think our first was the first one I added nung bukal pa po ako was the sports scholarship. And then we added the medical scholarship when I became governor po kasi wala po kaming ma-hire na doktor para sa mga ospital. Most of our doctors have traveled and migrated na outside of the province. And then we instituted our agricultural scholarship. And fourthly, recently was the arts scholarship. So quite comprehensive na po ang ating scholarship. Tama po, maybe law is one that we can consider. But I think we've just about made it well-rounded. Ito pong scholarship program. So we want to keep our standards quite high also to allow our scholars to keep striving, to keep trying to push themselves to be the best that they can be. And at the same time, ang priority po natin dito is yung mga in need. Those who are most needy are obviously given priority sa scholarships natin. Thank you.
This question is for Governor. Sir, in behalf of nurses, especially Sagip nurses, sir, kaming mga Sagip nurse, we are grateful we were given the chance as a beneficiary of Sagip nurse program. And what can you do for us nurses, sir, for our contractualization in the hospital? Because Sagip nurse is only for 6 months, sir. And ano pong magagawa ng provincial government para malesen yung number of nurses going to other countries, sir? Thank you.
Thanks, Camille. Good evening. Unang-una, thanks for being one of our Sagip NARS. Sa programa ng Sagip NARS and even sa hospitals po natin, in fact, my EA, Irene, is here. We reviewed everyone's contracts. In fact, yung mga minimum wage earners, we raised them all across the board, at least 1,000 pesos. Because, of course, we know that our nurses are leaving because of better pay, primarily. So what we've done, as I said, is raise the wages, unang-una. And then pangalawa, we take a look at yung mga JO na sinasabi po ninyo. If you've been a JO for longer than 3 years, you're already eligible for promotion. So, rini-review po namin. Yung mga may tenure, kumbaga. Yung mga tumatagal sa PGIN, we want to reward them. Basta they perform. With, of course, either a casual or plantilla position. So I think ultimately making sure that they're well compensated, may mga benefits po sila, may mga PhilHealth, and then of course siguro yung leadership ng mga ospital, para yung work culture, they feel like talagang worthwhile po ang trabaho po nila. But I really hope that our nurses, especially our best nurses, can stay here in Ilocos Norte. Because we need all of the medical professionals we can get dito po sa probinsya. So we're hoping that with the doctor scholarship, with the improvement of the hospitals, there will be more reason to stay home and to take care of our kakailian. Thank you.
Thank you.
Unang-una, maraming po salamat sa lahat ng inyong tanong para sa aming lahat ngayon. Sana naman po natuwa kayo sa aming sagot at sa aming solusyon. At ang masasabi ko lang nga po ay alam ko naman at alam naman nating lahat rito ay ito ang unang beses na ako ay tumakbo. At kahit ito ang unang beses, ang gusto ko lang po sabihin sa ating mga kakailian ngayon ay pag tignan nyo po ang aking naranasan nung nakaraan, ang aking pinagtrabaho na 2.5 years po sa Kongreso, ang aking pinag-aralan tungkol sa ekonomiya, tungkol sa development ng ating probinsya. Kaya masasabi ko naman at confident ako na kung bibigyan po ako ng pagkakataon para agserbi iti probinsya ti Ilocos Norte, handang-handa na po ako maging congressman ng unang distrito.
Just Yagnina, naimbag Rabi. Unang-una, gusto ko lang magpasalamat. No? It's been surely the toughest 3 years of my life. But thanks to all of you, you were by my side. I think in 2019 when I ran, I kept telling myself na one term lang ako. Kasi talagang, hindi ko wish, as you all know. I was always a reluctant public servant. But thanks to all of you, thanks to the support and the love we have received, I have truly embraced the province and embraced all of you. And not an hour goes by, where I don't think of what we can do to help. And ito pong Team Marcos. Now, this is, of course, the slate of our family, led by our matriarch, our forever First Lady, Imelda Marcos, my mother, of course, Senator Amy Marcos, who has always stood by the side of the province, kahit po nasa Senado na po siya. And of course, the head, in a way, of our family, bilang presidential candidate Bongbong Marcos. We present ourselves to you to hopefully, with your support and with God's grace, to give us another chance to continue what we've started. Naniniwala po ako that we have fared better than most amidst COVID-19. And that is thanks to our people. That is thanks to our agricultural sector. Salamat sa mga manlalon po natin for ensuring that every Ilocano has food on their table kahit nasa pandemya po tayo. So I deeply appreciate the resilience, the fortitude, and the no-nonsense at blue-collar attitude ng mga Ilocano. And our team will continue the trademark service of a Marcos, which is to be humble, to listen to our people, and to always help, and to put our province and our kakailian first. We have much more to do. I believe our best days are still ahead of us. And we look forward to working with our kakailian to achieve our dreams together right here in Ilocos Norte. Agbiag Ilocos Norte. Just check nina.